I recently took an unexpected trip to Oman, which is a country in the Middle East. Partway through, Jess joined me, and this video is about our adventure. So what I did was break this video up chronologically based on each experience that we had. The first thing we did was go to the Bemis sinkhole. It's about 2 hours southeast of Muscat, and it's super close to the ocean, about half a mile. We went swimming in the hole, did some cliff jumping, and had a great time. We are cliff diving. Well, not really. Some people dive from all the way up there. We're just going from here today. She needed to keep her legs together. That was pretty fun. This is where things get interesting. You heard me mention that some people jump all the way from the top. So a week later, Jess and I drove back and decided to take the plunge. It's a 65-foot jump from the top of the cliff. We're at the Bemis sinkhole, and I'm about to jump off a really, really high ledge. This should be fun.
If he does, I don't know.
One of the must-do things in Muscat is visit the Grand Mosque. I unfortunately didn't get to do it, but luckily when I was in a meeting, Jess was able to explore it and get some good footage.
Kasey has some meetings, so I'm off to the Grand Mosque. I heard that you needed to have your hair covered, so I went to the market and got a pashmina, and I'm very excited. This is the main prayer hall. 6,000 people fit in here, and I am standing under the largest chandelier in the world. This is called the mihrab, and it took 3 years to create.
Jess and I have both been scuba diving since we were about 14 years old. So when we heard Oman has great diving, that's definitely an activity that we wanted to do. We found a local dive shop and drove 30 minutes out on the boat and got 2 dives in. Because I like to film everything I do, I thought I'd bring my dive case for my GoPro. However, I couldn't figure out how to put it on, so I really don't have that much underwater footage for you. Sorry. After exploring Muscat, we headed south and did a trek called Snake Canyon. I would highly recommend this. You basically get to climb down rocks and jump into freezing cold water. Tonight we're staying at a place called The View, and it has its name for a good reason. Check it out. Notice how everyone has four-wheel drive cars, except us. We have a four-wheel drive right there. canyoning. Guys will have wetsuits, we don't. Should be fun. Nice, impressive.
I thought it was a snake.
Now we're going into the cave. It's 20 meters up to our chest. We have to swim and it's pitch dark.
This is a journey into sound. A journey which along the way will bring to you magic.
Alright, we're on the final one and we're gonna jump. It's like 4 or 5 meters. That's probably can't tell how high it is, but we're gonna jump. Here we go. After the canyon, our guide invited us to his home where he cooked us dinner. And one of the things that I loved about Oman is how they eat. So they use their hands instead of silverware for like everything, including rice. I also have a Kaplan in this one. We're literally at a point where there are lots of goats in the road. They're gonna bite you. Fun fact, Oman is the only country in the Middle East that has mountains. And since Jess and I love hiking and exploring, we naturally wanted to go to the highest point, which is called Jebel Shams. So we got a great hike in that had amazing views. Check out our room for tonight. This is our home. So today we're exploring, we had a great sleep, and check out this view.
Oh, it's true.
We're only like 5
Losing
minutes
myself, I found me right next to you. Oh yeah, you're something different. Instead of breaking my heart, you're picking up all the pieces. The way you're taking my heart, you're making this thing look easy. When I'm stuck in my head, we're staying there through the weekend.
There's little huts that are built inside the mountain.
Never knew love, living without you, living without you. I don't feel lost, I don't feel lost, I don't feel lost. Now that I found you, now that I found you.
And once again, our car is the only non-all-wheel drive. Wow, this is crazy. We're driving by and these are really hilly, steep roads, and this truck has flipped over. They have police on scene. After the mountains, we went to the desert, about 2 hours away. You needed a 4x4 car to get there. We stayed in a Bedouin tent. We learned all about the culture and history and dance, and even got some hands-on experience with the livestock. Jess is learning how to milk a goat. This is a good life skill to have. I'm milking a goat. Woo! This is goat milk that was boiled.
Away from home, this is where I'm meant to be.
Salty.
'Cause I miss the times when it was only you and me.
It's officially an adventure. We were on our way out of the desert. We found a car that was stuck in the sand, so now we're trying to help them, but we don't have any. That's the car we're trying to get out. One of my favorite things was when we went to Wadi Shab, and it is slightly touristy because it is really popular now. But you basically hike 30-45 minutes back, swim through a river, and then you get to this keyhole where it's beautiful water, there's a waterfall, you get to go cliff jumping. It's a must-do if you go to the country. We're going to explore the Wadi Shab, and we're on a boat to get over there. Jessica just slipped crossing the river instead of taking the rocks like I suggested. So we've come going back, and that's the keyhole that we're just going. Alright, this is the keyhole we're going through. You have to take a deep breath and swim underwater for several meters. Now we're gonna explore another cave. Very tight squeeze, you can just hear it by the echo. I think we're going behind the waterfall. You always have to be careful in situations like this, you don't want to get stuck. Alright, going under. Jess is gonna jump. I give about like 7 meters. That was really fun. I'm glad we did that. We're heading out now, so we have to go through all the water. At least it's warm, like I said before, and it's a beautiful day. As I look back on the experience, it was amazing. I would definitely go again. And I know when we were first considering it, I was apprehensive because it was the Middle East. And you hear all types of things in the media about the Middle East maybe not being the best place to go. But both Jess and I felt safe the entire time. We had so much fun. And Oman is just such a beautiful country. The people are so nice. So I'd highly recommend this.